Hey everyone, welcome back to Review Wars. I'm Kyle.
Jay!
And tonight we're going to review a little bit of Hellblade. We're going to show you some gameplay. Jay, you've been playing it for a little bit. What's your initial thoughts?
Everybody's going to Game of the Year, and it's a $30 game. And the visuals are amazing. But we're gonna play it and take a look at it, and we're gonna say the highs and lows about it. And spoiler alert, I'm not saying it's worth Game of the Year, but we're gonna find out and see what Kyle thinks.
There we go.
The K-Man.
The K-Man.
All right. So obviously she was Scottish in Braveheart.
How's that? Obviously she's Scottish in Braveheart.
Braveheart wore the blue war paint.
Yeah, I mean, but like she could just be insane.
Well, William Wallace did look pretty insane in Braveheart.
Like she's like the paddle didn't even go in the water in that last hit. There we go. Now it's going. Let's see here. Let's take a look around. The mental health advisor. That's kind of interesting.
Wow.
I wonder if that's the first person who's ever been that role in a video game before.
That definitely sounds new.
Yeah. Stefanio.
Lu Wingding.
Yeah.
Lung Wingding. Wait. Lung Wingding.
That's gone.
Lung Wingding. All right. Still heading down the water.
I feel like game designers nowadays decided, since people don't actually watch the credits, they just throw all their stuff out at the beginning.
It does. It definitely seems like they are forcing you to watch the credits here. Here we go. Now you get to play, right?
Now we're playing.
Now you get to play. Only 30 minutes in, and you get to play. All right.
All right. Let's see here.
Not a lot going on.
Oh gosh, you have to hold this stuff down next to get it. Okay.
Well, see, that's one thing is they don't tell you anything in this game. Like they don't tell you anything. You literally have to look at the controls in this pause screen, but there's no HUD. There's not even subtitles, but I made sure there was just for the viewers. But they don't tell you anything. There's no. This is basically a tutorial, and it's just so you get used to it. Which I kind of like. I like that there's no HUD. It really gives you the immersion of the game. And I don't like being held. I don't like them holding my hand through the gameplay. So this is a step in the right direction, I think.
I kind of like a small tutorial to give you like the interact button. I don't necessarily need like the map of the dungeons like other games do, but like I do like a little bit of like what's the attack button, what's this, what's that. Like a small little. We spent like what, like 10 minutes going through the water just now to see credits. We could have spent 5 of those minutes going through a small tutorial.
That's true. But I don't mind. I'm not going to hurt it on the review.
Like, I know some people are like, I don't need to be babied, but at the same time,
Kyle needs to be babied.
I would like a little bit. I don't think it hurts anyone to have that.
I mean, visually wise, this game is great. I mean, it looks good. There's no HUD. There's no indicators. I love it. It's a great way to really immerse you. And for a $30 game, the graphics are wonderful.
The no HUD look makes this beautiful. Like that's one thing that this is doing really well. This is great. I
mean, visuals. I gotta give it a 9. I'm being pretty generous, and that might be part of the hype. But for $30, this is a 9 on graphics.
And I'm gonna put this very heavily skewed towards price, but I give it a 10 just because it's a $30 game. It's hyped up well. It's a beautiful game. I give it a 10 solely because of that. The price value for it, most $30 games don't look very good. So they've given you a lot of value here.
And the character animations, I mean, it's very convincing.
So far, this is really good. Like this is amazing for $30.
Yeah,
I'm kind of waiting for the curtain to fall on this thing for $30. Like something's missing for this to be a $30 game and not a $60 game. I wonder if I'm supposed to swim out there.
I will say, one thing I don't like, and it definitely it grounds you back to the knowing that this is an indie game. You cannot climb anything.
Yeah.
There is literally, you could be a 1-foot rock and you could not get over it unless that is the linear path in which they chose for you. And that I hate.
Yeah, it's gonna be a shorter game. It is $30, so you have to still give it the. There we go. I'm kind of the Psycho thing. I'm not know if I'm a fan of it or not, because like part of it's like, is any of this is real or is this just all garbage and she's just hearing stuff?
The fact that you're questioning that already means that you're just a bad player.
That's probably true.
Oh! Oh, dude, you're getting hit here. Dodge that shit. There you go. X is dodge, remember? Well, X in direction. Oh! They didn't know you were a sword expert. You gotta block that, man. Dodge.
Thanks.
What are you doing?
Thanks. I'm fighting ghosts.
You died in the tutorial?
Yeah, I killed them all.
Obviously. Okay, this must be them referencing that if you die too many times, your save file will be erased and you have to start over. Because that is a real thing.
Really?
Yeah. You can only die so many times.
And they erase your save? That's
They
just mean.
erase your save, you have to start over. No indicators, no HUD, no map, no navigation.
So,
you die too many times, you gotta start over.
I wonder how many times it is, because that's yeah, the
rock
dark rock will grow, yeah. I wonder if you could ever like replenish that.
No.
Oh wow, so like let's say you get like 10 saves or 10 tries a game, that's it. Wow. Game is brutal.
I like it. I like that whole aspect. Oh, it's the same attack every time. It's like I know what you're gonna do.
That is really weird, the fact that this is literally over and over again. The same boss, it's just more of them, kind of thing like that, or the same enemy, just... Alright, Jay, so you've been playing for a while. What do you think of the gameplay?
Ah, gameplay. Well, there was a lot of hype behind this game with everything. Gameplay-wise, I mean, this game's got ups and downs. It's a $30 game. I don't like the fact that you can't crawl over a 1-foot rock. There's not a lot of interactive going on. The puzzles are fun. Combat is lacking, extremely lacking.
Okay.
The combat is not. It's just to break the monotony. That's all it is. It's fun. There's just a lot of limitations that come with, I guess you'd assume, with a $30 game or an indie game, smaller developer. So for what you're getting, I give it a 6.
I give it a 3. It's everything is linear. If they don't want you to go there, there's absolutely zero chance of you being able to do it. A lot of rocks and things like that are very hard to determine if you can crawl over them or not, so that causes you to get locked into puzzles very often. Yeah, so it's that part sucks. I wish they just made it a little bit more realistic from that aspect. I mean, while visually it's great, it's just you can't do anything, so it still kind of sucks from that aspect. So, 3 out of 10. And all right, Jay, after playing throughout the game, I guess, what do you think of the story?
I like the story. I love the crazy woman. I love it. I love it. It's my my own little favorite Joker. I love the battle she goes through mentally and physically. I love the story. It's original as far as my my knowledge, and I really liked how they pieced it together. I like the aspects of it. Story, I gotta give it an 8. It was good.
You know, the story. I'm not a huge fan of these kind of games where like you don't know what's real and what's not real and all that stuff. But you know, the story was okay. Wasn't a huge fan of the ending, but it was a good story. I'll give it a 6. It was definitely worth playing once. It's creative. It definitely challenged. You know, it was a very challenging story, but you know, I think it's good. Solid 6. So what's your overall grade?
Overall grade, it's an 8. It's a strong 8. It's a weak 9. It's a $30 game. It's indie, and it's one of the best I've ever seen. But it's lacking in some of the most fundamental areas that really make a game complete. And there's a lot of hype going around for Game of the Year. Hell no! It should get a nomination, but I'm one of those people who didn't think Journey should have got Game of the Year. So I don't think it should get Game of the Year, maybe nomination, but yeah, it's an 8 out of 10.
You know, I think it'll win Indie Game of the Year, but not guess Game of the Year in general. It's a good game. I think it's a 7. It's worth one playthrough. The problem with puzzle games is once you beat it once, you're kind of done with it. Gameplay. I mean, it's just not a strong enough candidate for me to be. There's just better games out there. Let's just say that there's just better games out there. So
not for $30.
Not for $30, but we're not talking. You can't put price in when you say game of the year. It's just it could be versus a $100 game.
So,
it's definitely for $30. I would suggest playing it, but at the same time, like it's not gonna win game of the year. I give it a 7. That's my grade. So.
I mean, the storyline and then the gameplay. I think it's worth the $30 to buy. It is, but that doesn't mean it's. I mean, replayability, there's none.
There's zero replayability.
No multiplayer, which I understand why. But
it's $30, so you can't expect that much stuff in it. So
right, but these are aspects you look at games that they fall under all these categories. And you judge them on that, and this lacks a lot. It may be an indie game and not, but you know what? It lacks a lot for it to be game of the year. So.
And puzzle games are always difficult to win that kind of thing. Because most puzzle games have zero replayability, and most of them don't have multiplayer. But anyways, let us know what you think. Like, comment, subscribe, and see you next time. That's literally.
Open the door.
Clearly, she's not even using the knob.
Open the door. There's no key.
It's pull.
There's no key.
Pull, not push.
Well, let me try pull it. No, she doesn't understand that.
Yeah, like
she's crazy.
You can see there's a knob on there for the pull, so I don't know what she's. Oh.
I don't know. She's got 1,500 voices in her head, and not one says pull. It's a 50-50 shot.